Hello. Um, this is the first time I try a video like this, so bear with me. In honor of my 1-year anniversary, since I posted a YouTube video, I will be reacting to my first video and also reacting to the video with most views. I'll also be talking about my aspirations and my future and how having an account helped me as a person. Also what I've learned this year while filming content. I will be answering some of your questions at some point. Hopefully you enjoy this video. So first of all, I'm going to be reacting to my first video. Oh, maybe all we have is maybe, yeah. Okay, so I see that in this video, compared to more recent ones, I have better lighting for sure. Actually, to explain something, that first video I posted, I had already recorded previously, and I believe I had posted it on Instagram. I tend to record more than one video a day, that way I can have many of them scheduled for the rest of the month. I think also I've picked a better spot to make my covers compared to that first video because there's just a lot of stuff in the background and now I just record in front of a curtain. Overall, I really liked how I sound, but I can see how I've changed and evolved. Now, I'm going to be watching the video that had the most views. I'm really thankful that soon after I opened my YouTube account, I reached 1,000 views on my cover of Golden from the K-pop Demon Hunters movie. I was so happy, and after that I've been getting more views than I thought I would. That motivates me to keep making better videos. But the video that had the most views, surprisingly, was 4K. A dance cover I made to the song Ditto by NewJeans. I really love NewJeans. They're one of my favorite K-pop groups. An interesting thing about this video is that I actually got a comment saying that they like my hair, and somebody told me I look like Daniela from Cat's Eye, which surprised me. I don't think I look like her, but it's probably the curly hair, but still I thank them, of course. Posting videos has helped with my confidence too, because I used to be maybe a bit more shy in terms of like promoting myself, maybe on Instagram or to my friends saying, hey, I posted a video. But now I'm more, hey, you have to watch my video, or share this to your family, your friends, and glad they do that. One of my favorite videos, the Stateside dance cover. Stateside, kissing my Swedish boy over FaceTime. I love that song, and as soon as it turned trendy and stuff, I was like, I have to do this dance. But I was worried, because even though I'm a dancer, I'm not trained in this style of dance, I do ballet. So I was like worried that the dance wouldn't come as neat as all the pro dancers I've seen, but I'm glad that it turned out better than expected. That motivated me to do more dance covers. But doing what you love without worrying about other people is really important. So I'm glad I did that. Now we're moving on to the questions. Aha! Are you planning on releasing new music of your own? Yes, definitely. This past year, I've been writing a lot of songs. I've been stuck now and then, but you can't force art. So I let myself relax and get more inspiration. But while I do release music, I'll keep making the songs I already have better so that you can enjoy them as much as I do when they come out in some foreseeable future. Next one. What are your aspirations? Ooh. Well, first of all, I aspire to live happily and healthily, be a responsible and strong person when I grow up, eventually be somebody admirable and somebody that's well respected. I also want to be an artist that can be trusted, that you can look at and be like, oh yeah, she's a good artist, she's true with what she says, and someone who can inspire others, because you never know what small thing you did in the day that could have affected a person's whole life. So I want to make a change in somebody in some way if I haven't already. And of course, I want to keep my family safe for the rest of my life. While being an artist, I don't want that to change the fact that I spend time with my family or my friends. So I aspire to be a person with connections and always be grateful for what I have. Next question. By the way, I'm kind of nervous. Of course, I've made singing covers and dance covers. Oh, and I've also made like bloopers so you can see part of my personality. But this is the first video I do more serious. I also want to be honest with everyone so that way we can get to know each other and you might like me more. So far, what have your experiences in the arts taught you? Well, definitely, I've been more confident. My journey with the arts started when I just turned 3 in ballet. You have to have a lot of discipline, strength, passion too, well, like dedication. I feel art can't be rushed. Don't overdo it, but don't just sit down and wait for it to happen. You have to make it happen. I found another way to express my emotions, not just dancing, but singing or writing. Teachers of mine, when I was in a musical theater camp, they taught me to have no shame, no fear, and no ignorance, and I think that's really important.
By the way, I love strawberries, so if you don't know what to get me for my birthday, just get me anything strawberry. You can get me a box of strawberries, I don't care.
Next question. What artists have inspired you throughout your vision of your future and skills? In songwriting, Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, and Leve, they inspire me a lot because I listen to tons of their music. When I write songs, I tend to look back on their songs to be like, oh, what structure do they use, or how long are their songs? Also, I really like K-pop, so it's influenced my fashion and my makeup. By the way, I got at a concert. Which brings me to another point I wanted to say. Stray Kids is one of my favorite. Stray Kids are one of my favorite. It's my favorite K-pop group, along with ENHYPEN. And watching them live last year, I truly felt that performing and being on stage is something I want to do for the rest of my life. Stray Kids have also inspired me to produce my own songs. The 3 artists mentioned earlier, they use a lot of like piano and guitar, but with Stray Kids and K-pop and other artists as well, they like produce and use beats and tracks. Also, somebody who's inspired me like more in the dance part, Tate McRae, because she sings and dances on stage. So I was like, wow, I also want to like dance to my songs. She used to be a ballerina too, so take notes of what they do to help me step it up and be able to meet them someday would be really good. Next question. Ooh. What dreams or goals are you planning on achieving in your future? I've said a few already, but I'll gladly go more in depth into this. My biggest dream right now would be having a world tour. Like, world tour. I mean, America, Australia, Asia, Europe. That would be so fun. And especially make concerts in my home country. I want to be an artist my country can be proud of and have good representation here. Like, for people to see me around the world and be like, wow, good things come out of that place. As I said earlier, I really want to collaborate with my favorite artists. One of them includes Stray Kids. Thinking of collaborating with them makes me want to focus more on songwriting especially and producing, so that they can recognize me and maybe even listen to one of my songs and be like, oh, we want to collaborate with her. So that makes me work harder, and I can be a good artist already, but I want to keep going until I get that goal. So it pushes me to work harder now. Sadly, that's all the questions I'll be answering today. Oh, by the way, up till now, I have 176 subscribers. By the way, is there a way for me to know which is the country that most watches my videos? Audience. Guys. Okay, look. I found something. Top geographies. Whoa. Ooh. Wait. Views by geography, all time. So this past year. Puerto Rico is number 1. United States 2nd. Mexico. South Korea. I knew posting K-pop dance covers was a good thing. Spain?
Australia.
Wow, I didn't know I reached all those people. Lifetime Puerto Rico is 9,238. But South Korea is my 4th top viewers. Gracias Puerto Rico, thank you United States, gracias Mexico. 감사합니다.
Wait, 감사합니다.
감사합니다 South Korea. 한국. Y gracias España. This was amazing. Let's see if there's something else I can find. Most of the people have been using their phone to watch my videos, then their TV.
Wow.
Sorry guys, I got on the big screen. Anyways guys, thank you for reaching the end of this video. I thought it was gonna end sooner, but then I saw the geography thing. If you ever have any more questions, feel free to ask them so I can answer them in another video. Recommend me some other forms of content or trends I should do. And please stay tuned to my next videos. And for more content like that, also follow me on Instagram as well as on YouTube if you don't already. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's what they always say in YouTube videos. So wishing you all a good day, and I'll see you later.